Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It is my favorite time of year, which is Christmas and gift-giving season, and so I wanted to make a little video with some of my best suggestions for gifts for the folks in your life who may have stretched ears. Now, I already have a gift guide on my website that goes over just some good basic information for buying gifts for people with piercings, but today I really want to talk specifically about if you have someone you love in your life with plugs or stretched ears and you want to get them something. Now, a really safe bet, and no one should be surprised by me mentioning this first, is getting them some products that they can use on their stretched lobes to keep them healthy. We all know it. I am such a big fan of the Signature Balm from South Shore Adornments. It is my favorite go-to care product for my lobes in the cold months and in the winter. It makes putting plugs in really easy. I just love it, and you cannot go wrong with buying a tin of this for someone you know with stretched ears. They're going to get lots of use out of it. Another really great product to get would be some clear pressed jojoba oil. Now, this can be a little bit trickier to find. You'll find a lot of yellow and warm tone jojoba oils, but if someone is using these on their wood plugs or their horn or their bone, any organic materials, anything besides clear jojoba oil can start to change the color and discolor the plugs, which some people like the look of that. Some people specifically use very full-bodied darker oils on their wood plugs to achieve like a certain finish. If you don't know if your person likes that though, and you're not sure, you can't go wrong by playing it safe and getting some clear jojoba oil just to be safe. You can find this on Amazon. America Organics makes a really nice clear jojoba oil that I'm really a big fan of, but you can kind of find it all over online. Now, a lot of folks may want to buy jewelry for the people in their life with stretched ears, and you can totally do that. However, a couple good things to keep in mind. One, you want to make sure you know all of their sizing information. So when it comes to plugs, there's a couple different measurements you want to get. First of all, you want to know what size they're at. Are they at a 0? Are they at a double 0? Are they at an inch? Secondly, you want to know what their wearable is. So the wearable is the space of the plug that actually occupies where the earlobe sits. It's the part that is worn by the lobe. The plug itself is usually a little bit thicker than the wearable. The wearable is just the allotted amount of space for the earlobe to sit. This may not be a measurement that your person knows. You may either need to ask them sneakily early on to get this measurement for you, or take them into a piercing studio where a piercer can subtly measure their ears and kind of let them know that you're trying to get some gifts and to be a little sneaky. We love being sneaky, so we can totally figure that out, get you the sizing they need, and you can go from there. You're also going to want to know flare size, if they prefer a certain flare size for their front or rear flares, if they need to wear single flare plugs. And also it's really good to take into account, is this person still stretching? It's a shame to buy a very expensive pair of plugs that someone might not get a lot of use out of because they're still going larger. So definitely communicate with this person, figure out if they're already at their goal size. If they are, awesome. Go ahead and get them some really cool stuff. If they are still stretching, I would maybe limit yourself to not spending too much on a pair of plugs for them, or figure out what sizes they may need next or may not have in their stretching journey and get those for them. Now, if you know someone's sizing and measurements and you know kind of what you're looking for, if you want to get them some single flare stuff to help with their stretching journey, Glassware Studios is phenomenal. And if you have someone in your life who's been talking about wanting to stretch their ears but wasn't sure where to start or just didn't have the plugs yet, a stretching kit from Glassware Studios would be such a good gift. And they have these kits in all sorts of different sizes, so you can get someone something from just the first couple of very small sizes all the way up to a kit that'll go all the way to 0 or even half inch or even inch, depending on how generous you're feeling. Their single flare stuff is really affordable. Of course, you can use discount code LYNN for 20% off your first order, and their stuff ships very quickly, so that's also nice too. You can typically get these safely in hand before the holidays. Now, if someone you know is already at their goal size and you manage to get all of their measurements, sky's the limit. For me, it's got to be Grit Lapidary. If you wanted to get any pair of stone plugs or fancy plugs and you really want to make sure that you are winning at Christmas, Grit Lapidary's stuff is out of this world. His stuff is so beautiful. It's very customizable. He works with all the most amazing stones, and I can't think of anyone who wouldn't be just over the moon to receive a pair of his stuff for Christmas. Now, his wait times can get pretty far out. So what may end up happening is either A, you need to order way in advance, like far before this video was posted, unfortunately, or order them their plugs, get on his queue, find out what roughly the time frame for you to get those pieces will be, and then maybe put together like a nice card that says you're getting them these plugs, or has some information about what you might be getting from Mateo in like a cute little box or card, and give that to them. But with a lot of these custom makers, it does take them a while to make their stuff, so you either need to order well in advance of your holidays. I typically suggest 2 to 3 months, or like, people will still love getting the plugs even if they get them a little bit late. So getting them, ordering them whenever, and then just having like a little, this is what you're getting, or I ordered you plugs from this person in a box. Me personally, still a great gift. Some makers that have faster turnaround times are Dendrite and South Shore Adornments. Both of those companies tend to produce things a little bit quicker. Dendrite works with these really, really cool ceramic plugs and has recently started doing more offerings in stone and wood again that are gorgeous, and a lot of his stuff is in stock ready to ship now. So if he has something in your person's measurements, you can just order it, get it, not have to worry about it. Same thing with South Shore. He does have a lot of stuff that's in stock already made, and his turnaround times are relatively quick. Now, if you aren't able to get someone's measurements, or you're not really sure what their sizing is or what works for them, genuinely, you cannot go wrong with a gift card. People who have piercings and modifications, and especially stretched ears, understand more than most just how specific sizing and materials and everything else is. And I promise you, even if you don't have a physical pair of plugs to hand them for the holidays, just knowing that you thought about them and thought about their passion and how much they like stretched ears and ear piercings and things like that, and opted to get them a pair of plugs, especially took the time to research and find a good maker and a good manufacturer, and got them a gift card towards getting something in their goal size or in their current size from these makers, that would still be phenomenal. So you really, really, really cannot go wrong with gift cards. And some of my favorite makers and sites that I would suggest getting gift cards through would be Glassware Studios, Gorilla Glass, South Shore Adornments, Dendrite Labs, Grit Lapidary, Stone Wolf Adornments, and Omerica Organics. Now, this is not an exhaustive list, but these are companies that I know do gift cards or gift certificates, or will be able to work with you to like be sneaky to help you get stuff for someone. When your person or someone you care about has stretched ears or is interested in getting started with stretching, it can definitely be a little bit daunting to get them something for the holidays, especially if you don't know anything about ear stretching at all. So my hope is that this guide can help you figure out what to get, and also has something for every price point, from our simple affordable oils and balms all the way up to really fancy, really expensive stone plugs, or even just a gift card for a really good amount. Hopefully this video helps you figure out what to get for your person for the holidays and kind of demystifies some of the trickiness of shopping for someone with stretched ears. As per usual, if you like my content, please hit like and subscribe. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to sit down and chat again with y'all soon. Bye!